everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We are Orphaned Land, as you know, and we are going to make this concert as if it is in your private living room, so you may join us, clap, dance, anything you want. We are one big family tonight. We're the orphans from the holy land that rule the rules of the land. And in darkness we have prayed, as the one to rise up once again. We are all the sons of the blazing sun, sharing our fate to bear the love of God.
Vanavond treedt hier Orphaned Land op. Dat is een metalband uit Israël. En die gaan hier niet in de synagoge een metalconcert geven, want dan zouden de muren er hier uitvliegen. Maar die komen een exclusief akoestisch concert geven. Ik ben een geweldig bewonderaar van de band. Niet alleen omdat ze ontzettend goede muziek maken. Ze zijn eigenlijk de uitvinders van de Oriental metal. Een mengeling dus van metal met Oriëntaalse klanken. Maar ze zijn bovendien heel actief als ambassadeurs voor vrede in het Midden-Oosten.
Orphaned Land was established 23 years ago when we were teenagers in high school. It started from a ridiculous will of ours to play heavy metal. We were young, we wanted to shout, we wanted to rebel. We're living in Israel, in the Middle East. Our history is bloody, our present times are bloody. We wanted to shout into a microphone. That was the main reason. It was very fast that we came to a situation where we thought that we're living in a very inspiring place, and the story of our nation, the story of that region, is interesting enough to create a long career and to write songs about those subjects. And that was the moment where we picked the name Orphaned Land as a paraphrase to the Holy Land or the Promised Land.
Ik kom van Holland en ik kom uit Irak. Zij is mijn vriendin, ik heb haar ontmoet op Orphaned Land concert verleden jaar. En waarom vinden jullie het zo'n ontzettend goede band? Dat u zelfs een tattoo heeft van de band.
De boodschap die ze uitdragen van vrede tussen alle mensen op aarde is voor mij de grootste drijfveer om een tattoo te laten zetten. All is one, de naam staat erbij. All is one. Ook alle mensen op aarde zijn hetzelfde. Daar sta ik helemaal achter deze boodschap.
I am Alex from Brazil.
I'm Ricardo from Brazil. From Porto Alegre City, Brazil.
I'm Vinny from Porto Alegre, Brazil.
We like the Orphaned Land songs, and we know on the Facebook about the concert, and come here tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight. Today.
And you are happy you came?
Yeah, a lot of happiness.
Orphaned Land spreekt me aan wat muziek betreft. Omdat ik ben iemand die altijd op zoek is naar vernieuwingen in muziek. En zij hebben een belangrijke vernieuwing aangebracht door namelijk metal te combineren met Oriëntaalse klanken.
The first time to play in a synagogue, it's an outstanding experience. You feel your heritage and your tradition when you are stepping into this place. When there is the Book of Torah right behind me, where you know the history of this place, that it was an orphanage, that people used to pray here. And here I am standing in this place, turning in that place into a whole synagogue of nations while people are singing with us. That's something that words are small to describe. People in Israel are always amazed from the Orphaned Land story. Even if they're skeptical about peace, I guess they have their reasons because they see that peace does not prevail. But on the other hand, seeing the story of Orphaned Land, seeing a bunch of Israelis being the most famous Israelis among Arabs, I wouldn't testify it on ourselves, but we are more famous than any other Israeli in Israel. Take all the rainbow of art, literature, cinema, politicians, anything. The Orphaned Land members are more popular than all of them. So the people of Israel, they're always shocked. We were on the national TV news where they came with us all the way to Turkey. And we had a show in Turkey, which is a Muslim country. People came from Iran, from Lebanon, from Syria, from Egypt. They came all the way to Turkey, those people, to see an Israeli band. And they sing with us in Hebrew, all of them. Now, any skeptical in the world, if he sees that, is shocked. And once that article was on the TV, I was stopped in the middle of the street every 5 minutes, and people constantly said the same thing. You don't know what you did to my skeptic heart. You punched me in the head, and it was amazing to see that there's always hope, even when you think that it's not going to happen. And this is what we do with music. We will never change the world. I'm not naive enough to think that we will change the world with our music. I don't think so. I'm afraid not. But we can always inspire people to see that there is still hope. There is still something out there. And that's more than enough. We had here people more than 10 countries that came here into a synagogue of an Israeli band concert. And that's the magic of music. That's the magic that music can create. That's the cure that music can cause into the hearts of people.
emotional with the songs. I can tell it's not about heavy metal, it's about music. It touches you. We were crying just about a minute ago because the songs are very emotional for us. And see,
and I'm all sad the way they play in a synagogue. They never played here before. And yeah, that's very emotional for us, and we're loving it.
At one point, people ask me, aren't you afraid of your life? I mean, I'm sure that doing those things probably piss off some people that don't really want peace, and you're uniting people. So sometimes I'm even standing on stage and I'm thinking, what if someone will just put a bullet in my head? I'm in the middle of the stage. I'm so exposed. It was just a few weeks ago that Jews were murdered in Belgium in the museum. But when I think about it, I'm asking myself, okay, so what shall I do? Stay home in my bed? What can I do? This is what I know, this is what I do. I play music, and people in 42 countries that we've played already are coming to see our shows. This is a privilege that, okay, I'm exhausted and tired sometimes, so I'm still lucky to bring happiness to people, to bring them hope. I feel like I am a soldier of something good, and that is the biggest pleasure and joy for me. In our concerts, every people turn into one. You saw it today in Utrecht. People who are Jewish, Muslims and Christians, they were in a synagogue. They were singing as one. But this is a utopia that happens mostly in our concerts and in other small occasions. It never happened on the macro of the picture. So the song All Is One, ironically, speaks about the fact that we fail to see that all is one. There is a part of the song that I'm saying, again and again we fail to see that all is one. We are all the sons of the blazing sun, sharing our fate through the barrel of a gun. Walk on holy water, yet we burn. It's the failure that we fail to see, that Israelis and Arabs fail to see that they are historically brothers, and brothers shouldn't fight what is mine and what is yours. It's vice versa. It's the complete opposite. Brothers should fight to give the other brother what is yours. I want to give you everything. You're my brother. Everything that I have is yours. everything that I own, I want to give it to you. That's how brothers should be as one, and we fail to see it.
Are you optimistic about politics in Israel at this very moment?
I am very pessimistic about politics in general. I lost my faith in politicians. I see that without a budget, with my flip-flop shoes and my heavy metal band, I succeed to do much more than my prime minister, much more than my foreign affairs minister. And not only mine, it goes to Palestinian, American, anywhere that you want. We succeed to do with heavy metal more than them. And to be honest, the only leaders that I find to be revolutionaries and amazing throughout history, all of them end up with a bullet in their head or in their heart, or they have been crucified.